Good morning, good morning, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of you out there. You bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning? Yes, good morning. This is a spirit journey, and today is Monday. It is April 8th, 2024, 4:35 a.m. here in Rwanda. Yes, I got up maybe a half an hour ago, and wow, boy, yeah. So yes, I'm awake right now, and well, it's been a while since I did a StreamYard um, live video. Yes, I'm using StreamYard, and so I'm using a different computer. I'm using my laptop right now to do this. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah, let me tell you some updates here in Rwanda. Yeah, you just heard me coughing. I caught a cold or something. Yeah, the symptoms started, what's that? Let's see, Thursday. It's really weird. I was just relaxing in the living room, my living room, and was drinking some ginger tea that I made. I bought some ginger, fresh ginger, and chop it up and boil it. Um, I had it in the refrigerator uh, for a day or two, and so I was just drinking it. And immediately my throat felt like I was drinking acid or something. It was corrosive to my throat. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're well. Yeah, so I thought that was odd because I had some of my ginger tea before, but now my throat was raw. Ooh, wait. So I think that started Thursday, and then Friday I still had a sore throat. I thought it was odd. Um, so I just couldn't, really understand what's going on. I didn't have any other symptom but this throat. And then I had gone out. Remember, I had gone out to the valley. Yes, and so it was an outdoor event, and it was going to be close to any, standing real close to anybody. But it continued. Then I think after that, I started sneezing, and my nose was running. So I said, "Hmm, I must be catching down with something." Well, it wasn't just the ginger tea that I had, because ginger tea does make your nose run like it was weird. So I said, "Wow, I think I'm getting a cold." So I just stayed in. Yeah, I contacted my friend that I was with to let them know I wasn't feeling good. My throat was bothering me, and yeah, and she has no symptoms. The person I contacted, you know, no symptoms. They're saying. But yeah, so I must have a cold or something. Wow. Yeah, my throat isn't as sore, but I was sneezing yesterday. I said, "Oh, brother." So I don't know. I don't know. I guess this is a my first cold in Rwanda. You know what I'm thinking? If it is a cold and had nothing to do with the ginger tea, um, yeah, I had gone to a wedding. Oh, yes, it was a week ago today, Monday. Yeah, I went to my first wedding here in Rwanda and in Africa. Um, and I was with these guests, and we were like in this this large bus, you know, and it was crammed with people from this particular country. And I'm wondering whether I caught something being in, squished in that vehicle. I say it like that is because you remember, like when I had to back in December of 2023, I had to um, take a trip back to the U.S. to handle some very urgent matters, and I was fine when I left. But 3 days later, I was getting symptoms. What did I have now? Um, oh, I felt I first felt a little weak, like my appetite got lost, and I thought I contributed. Oh, because I got rained on. Yeah, I had to go to the city, and I got rained on. So I just saw, got rained on, and change in environment. But people, I had the COVID. It turned out. Yeah, so like 3 days after exposure from the the plane ride back to the U.S., I started getting symptoms. Hey, Nubian. Yeah, yeah, I'm just telling everybody that I think I have a cold. Yeah, my throat is a little scratchy right now. Yeah, I got a cold, or cold-like symptoms. Um, my throat started hurting me Thursday, Nubian, and then Friday it continued. And I'm wondering, boy, is it this because it started hurting me when I drank my tea, the ginger tea, made it from scratch. It might have been like two day old um, ginger tea I had in the refrigerator, and I had it in a metal container. So I don't know. Yeah, my black seed oil, all my goodies, it's in being shipped over. Yeah, I don't have that in my stuff. Yeah, but I was able to buy about 2 weeks ago um, some hibiscus tea that has a lot of vitamin C in it. Hibiscus. Um, oh, I do have cloves. Cloves is a what do you call it? Antioxidant. So I've been chewing on those. The cloves. Yeah, I think I got a cold. So yeah, I was sneezing a lot. Yeah, but like I think I might have caught this cold from the wedding I went to a week ago. Yeah, the wedding was on Monday, and then it takes like a couple of days to incubate. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, the first symptom. And I'm wondering, yeah, being in that vehicle was cramped, and because they had come from overseas, from this other country, and just like me, when I first went back to the U.S. in December to handle some urgent matters, that's how I caught the COVID. Because no one here in Rwanda has COVID, So I think it's the plane, being on the plane, and in the airport you have international people, and it's winter, and I caught something. So I'm thinking just like this, I think I caught something. Yeah, you know something? I don't like uh I don't like being in planes and traveling. I mean, I may want to visit a place, but I don't want to travel. Yeah, so go figure, yeah. So you might want to be at a place, but the whole hassle and traveling and being, in close quarters with people and catching something. So yeah, so so after, let's see, yes, I did that valley trip on Friday. Yeah, and so Saturday I just Yeah, so when I came back home from Friday from the trip to the valley, oh, it was a lot of fun. I just stayed home. Well, something else happened after that. Boy, when it rains, it pours. Yeah, Africa or Rwanda is very, very, um, it's a very fruitful continent, man. Everything grows here, boy. Everything, good and bad. Um, yeah, so I was just really tired from the little tour that we took of the valley. And yeah, we got here. So I left real early, as I think I mentioned in another video. I left. I left early in the morning, around 4:30 in the morning, to meet up with a new friend of mine, and no real incident. There were two dogs down the hill, and I was a little scared. Like they were like lying down. One was like asleep, and the other one was sitting up. And I did have initial fear when I saw them. But I just stood my ground, kept on going, and there was no problem. Maybe they recognized me before. Yeah, I didn't really go down the hill for a while. I just like to travel going up the hill. But that Friday, I said, hey, let me take this other road, going down the hill because there's more street lights, while the other going up the hill is doesn't seem to be as luminous. So that's what I did. But I got there safe. There was no problem. I actually love um, early morning walks. It's real relaxing. Um, yeah, my new friend um, met up with me around a little after 5, and then we went to meet the person that was going to give us the little tour of the valley. Um, so that's what happened, and yeah, so I felt okay, but my throat was a little sore, and so when I came back from the tour, it was only we didn't stay long, so we met up with the person going to show us around the valley around 6 a.m. By 8 8 o'clock or 8:30 a.m. I was home. I was already home. So everything, was very condensed the time. It was all outdoors. I had fun doing it. Yes, I liked it very, very much. And so when I got home, boy, when you're going down those hills and all that, as you might have seen in the video. Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, it's just a short, maybe a 12-minute clip of me in the valley with two other people. Um, and yeah, very, very steep. Some of the roads are unpaved over there. And yeah, so you get your exercise, people. Yes, you do. Yeah, and the sun started coming out. It was a beautiful day. So I was wiped out. Got home. I didn't change my clothes. I should have taken a shower. But I just like blah. I just plopped down and vegged out. Yes, that's what I did. But I finally did take off my clothes and I just wrapped a blanket around my body. But this is where the no-no that could have been. What happened? Yeah, I'd like to share some of my experiences so that you don't make the same mistake in case this is what the issue was. So I just threw the clothes on the back of the sofa, draping back on the sofa that I was to sleep on. I got um, all these bites on my butt. Yeah. Uh, I don't know whether it be mosquito bites or whatever, but I don't know. But on my torso, I said, man, yeah, all over. And also earlier in the week, that same week, yeah, I had these bites on my torso. Um, so I don't know, maybe, yeah, it has been raining a lot, a lot. Yes, it is raining season. It could rain several times a day. It's like you don't see anything, people. You don't, it's not like you hear mosquito, whatever. They got me the first time early in the week, last week. They got underneath my pajamas, underneath. And then yesterday, um, what's that? They got me again. And I had so I took the clothes off. I took the clothes that were thrown on the sofa and I threw them in the wash. And then I don't have a dryer here, but I had the clothes initially draped, outside to hang to dry. We have a clothesline outside. It didn't fully dry, and I had to pull the clothes off the line. Well, my the groundskeeper here took my clothes off. He's really really good guy. Uh, yeah, very, very good guy. He took my clothes off the clothesline and protected it from the rain, which was really nice of him. Yeah, good fellow. When you have a good worker, I help him out also. Like if I have extra food, if I buy fruits, I like buying bananas and make the banana smoothies. They have the short little bananas, so I make him a banana smoothie. If I'm making, I give him some also. If I have extra food, or on Sundays. I like Sunday mornings. It's like if I might make an extra portion and I give them some, you know. So you help each other out. Yeah, it's the first time in a living situation like this to actually live on a property and someone works on that property, works and lives on the property, and very very positive. you know. So anyway, the clothes from yeah, I got it yesterday also. So I thought, hey, just take all the clothes that you wore on the trip to the valley, throw it in the wash, and put on new clothes. And I had on these pants and jacket and socks, and so I tucked the pants inside the socks so nothing could get in. Well, something got in, people. Yeah, I had even before I sat down, I also wiped down the sofa and what I was going to sit on with water mixed with bleach and just wiped down everything, thinking, honey, it didn't work. Somehow they got inside my jacket and it in my panty, and I got a bite mark. So I have to um I have to call the owner of the building of the house and let them know what's happening again. I told them about the house with some things that are problematic. Yeah, they got to do something. I got all these bites. Yeah, and they itch. These bites, you want to scratch them. Yeah, so I'm getting over a cold. My body's trying to fight this cold, and then the mosquito bites or whatever it bites. Yeah, I also washed the sheets, the blanket. Yeah, I had to strip the bed. What do you call it? Strip the bed from the blankets and everything, and wash them, hung them up to dry. Um, but the problem, I have to get the house fumigated. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna press upon having living in the tropics. You have a lot of nature. Yeah, I did say, and you heard me say I love nature, but nature also has mosquitoes and things that can crawl on you. Yeah, so that is what happened. Sorry about the cough. So my throat, the pain is not there, but it's itchy now. It's like makes me want to cough. So I apologize if I start you hear me coughing. That's what's happening. It's a little itchy in my throat. Yeah, so I stayed in all day yesterday. Stayed in, watched videos, movies all day, just trying to, drinking my different tea, the hibiscus tea. Um, what else? Some water. Yeah, just try to stay hydrated. And my little Lavin, my little boy, the Pekingese dog, he's doing okay. He's getting heavier. Yeah, I think he's back to his normal weight. Um, and after a meal, I like to give him a quick walk outside the garden so he can take care of business. And yeah, he's hungry a lot too. Like I feed him like three times a meal. I mean, 3 times a day. You heard that? I said 3 times a meal. I mean, 3 times a day. Um, but I think I got to cut back now on his food, and he's not having it. Oh yeah, yeah. He's urinating a lot. I mean, a lot. Yesterday, the day before. Yeah, even though his medication is cut now, he only takes a quarter tablet. Um, but so I don't know whether he's just being mean. Yeah, he partied in the wrong spot. Yeah, he did. He did. Yes, Laddie boy. Yes, he partied in the wrong spot. So I think he got mad at me that he didn't get his extra helping. Yeah, I'm trying to cut back his portions. I want to feed my little boy, but okay, I think now he's at a good weight. You don't feel his ribs anymore like before, and the hollow of his hips that's filled out nicely. Uh, so I want to be careful with his weight now, but he still needs to eat nutritious food. Yeah, I should. I'll contact the veterinarian if I can introduce to him new food because he's been on this one for a couple of weeks, and because I figure, yeah, because I feed him the meat and rice, and I blend his food. But I want to, because meat, sometimes you might run out of meat or something, and he needs to eat, and he does need calories. So, and he does love the bananas. So I'm hoping that I'll text the veterinarian if I can introduce back into his diet bananas. And the reason why the veterinarian, wanted me to restrict his diet to just the rice and the beef meat is because the doctor wanted to rule out any allergies to certain foods. So just see how he is on certain foods for a couple of weeks, and then maybe you can introduce one thing. So he did say, the last visit, I can introduce eggs for him. So yeah, so if I if he eats up his meat portion of the day, his beef, um, then I'll give him an egg and rice. So it's always meat and rice or egg and rice. So that's what he's been eating. But he seems to really want to. He's craving food, and but his going to the potty, doing number 2. It seems like it's getting normal. So I'm very happy about that. Um, and I want him to get a little bit more exercise. The last visit might have been it might have been 3 weeks ago. And he said 3 weeks ago, don't have him exert himself. But he's grown since, got bigger. And so just introduce us, just a little bit, just so we walk around the house, the perimeter of the house, while he, takes care of business. And that's it. I carry him everywhere. If I go outside with him, he's in his sling, as you guys saw, and he seems to love his sling. Yeah, back in the States, United States, he felt like a big boy. He didn't want mommy to carry him. Yeah, I guess he also wanted to be like the look like the big brother to his sisters. And he didn't want to be carried. But now with his with his sisters not here anymore, they passed away, as you guys know. And I now he's I guess regressed a little bit, and he'll let me carry him in his sling for over an hour. Amazing, amazing. If you only knew what it's like before. Yeah. So he likes me go in his little sling. And then when we're returning home, he recognizes our block and he'll like try to like wiggle out of it. So I said, oh, okay. So I take him out of the sling and he races down the hill. Yeah, he loves that when we approach the home. Yeah. So that means he's getting to know the neighborhood. So I'm happy about that. Yeah. So that's what's happening health wise with me since the trip to the valley. So the cold, getting my first cold here, getting these bite marks during sleep, and it's sitting on the sofa. So I may need to uh, get an exterminator. We get the place fumigated. So I don't know. And I checked Lavender's body. Labby the dog. I don't see any. Sometimes they say dogs could have fleas and stuff. I don't see anything in his fur. I don't and he smells clean. And I'm carrying him all day, when we're outside. So, so go figure. So that's what's happening health wise. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, okay, what was that I want to talk about? Yeah, I had these visions. And that's, yeah, I'm going to mention the vision that I had about a week ago. So it was either last week, Monday or Tuesday. And then I want to mention the one I had today. And they're relatively short. Um, so a week ago, many of you know who've been watching my channel. When I wake up in the morning, I do this technique of a form of meditating. And oftentimes when I do this, I get a vision. Again, so I think it's really like when you're in between states, when you're coming out of sleeping or dreaming, and then you are consciously aware of, upon awakening, and then you just kind of push it through um, to experience a vision. And what happens when I do my technique, I see something. And again, my eyes are closed, and sometimes what I see is extremely clear, you know, and but a lot of times it's very hazy, but you see it. And sometimes it's in three dimension, like it looks like I'm physically in this place, you know. It's really weird. But either way, what happened? So upon awakening from sleep, and I do my technique, and what I saw last week, Monday or Tuesday, again, today is April 8th, 2024, and the time right now is 5:03 a.m. Rwanda time. Um, I saw, uh, hit him up. Yeah, that's Nubian. So what happened? I see a face looking up at me, and I'm looking downward. I feel like I'm about um, a foot and a half away from the face that I see. And I see it's a man's face, an African, a black African, um, older gentleman. The feel I got from him, he seems like a very mature man. Uh, could be in his late 50s, 60s, even 70s. That frame, because it was a mature face, and he had sunglasses on, and he was looking upward in my direction. He had black skin, smooth, no facial hairs, um, and his lips were tight, like what do you call it when you like you can see that he like tension in his lips, like he's focused on something. He is focused when looking at the dark glasses, so I couldn't see through the his sunglasses. They were dark sunglasses. I think he had short hair. But again, I just saw the face. Again, he was looking upward. And I gathered that he was looking, that he was watching me before I became consciously aware of his presence. That's the impression I got. He was already looking up, and he kind of his face, even though the sunglasses, but his mouth area looked familiar to me. He didn't seem upset or anything, but he seemed focused, like he's really like looking upward and is looking in my direction. And when I realized that it's a face that I see, I said to myself, now the guy didn't do anything. I didn't see any other part of his body. I couldn't see, the back of his head because it's looking upward and or the clothes he was wearing. It's just see his face, and the person had sunglasses on. And I got a little scared because remember in the past when I saw the other African guy, it was a young guy though, and he took his spear to try to stab me with it. I know it sounds very bizarre, people. Yeah, it might have been like a year ago, or even more. Um, again, I was doing my meditation thing, upon awakening from sleep, and I saw a man below, young man, could have been in his late 20s, early 30s, and he was sitting down in some type of uh, couch chair, a couch for just like one person. Was black, and it was dark in the room, and you could tell that he was watching either a TV or a computer monitor, and he had his hands too arm on the on the armrest of the chair of the sofa that he was sitting on. And he was all excited, whatever he was watching, and then he looks upwards and in my direction, and I'm above him, maybe a yard, 1 or 2, maybe 2 yards away from him. And then he grabbed the spear that was next to him and started stabbing whatever in my direction. So I opened my eyes and whoa, let me get out of here. Again, I'm not about invading privacy. And again, when I'm doing my meditation, I'm not saying, okay, I want to see so and so. No, I just relax, go with the flow. Whatever what I see is what I see. I in no way want to violate anybody's personal space. And when you see something, you just think it's like looking at a TV or a computer monitor. You don't think that it's like real that or that they see you. It's just like a TV screen. But no, he saw me. Excuse me, my throat is acting up again. Sorry about that. So I opened my eyes to like disconnect, and I waited maybe 20 seconds or so, thinking that it's just gonna disconnect where I was. But no, people. It didn't disconnect. I closed my eyes and the scene is still going on with him. Now he's out of his chair and he's in a frenzy with the spear, trying to get whatever he's trying to get. I said, oh my God, this is still going on. So when I realized, people, this is really interesting. Whenever what phenomenon is happening, that my essence or whatever is still in that room. I'm here, but part of me is somewhere else. Blew my mind. Yeah, so you don't completely disconnect. And it would be interesting. What are the other people seeing? What does it look like that they're seeing? Are they seeing what looks like me? Are they seeing an orb? What are they seeing? That is what I want to know. That's what I want to know. So when I had the vision last week, Monday or Tuesday, and I saw again another African person, or I should say a black person, but I think he was an African, you know. I didn't want any complications, you know. But maybe I should have just gone with it because he seemed calm and he seemed like he was already looking in that direction before I even saw him, you know. So that's what happened. Yeah, but I see. Yeah, I don't even do as the meditation as much because of the guy with the spear. Oh, then I remember I told you guys about the other African guy, a young guy, could be like late teens, early 20s, and he was one of the black-eyed children. I call that they're called. I think they're called the black-eyed children. Yeah, it was a young guy, and he was sitting at a table. And where my consciousness awoke, I would be where his hands are at the table, and he was like looking at something. He had his hands on the, like a tabletop or something, and and I'm seeing like from the waist up, and I'm wondering, like, because when you see it, you can't believe what you're seeing. And he was very clear. I saw him very, very clearly. And then when I focused on his face to get detail, who's this person, his eyes were completely black. When I mean completely black, like the iris of the eye, the colored part, you know, like I have dark brown eyes. Well, just imagine there's no white part of the eye. Everything is one solid black color. So the white part of the eye, the iris, everything is jet black, like glass. And when I saw that, and both eyes were like that, I said, I'm out of here. I got scared, opened up my eyes and did not want to see anymore. Yeah. So that's what happened. So I'm very cautious of people that I see that that's looking at me or they're almost looking at me, honey. I don't want any problem. Yeah. So today's vision, um, it was brief. I saw. Let's see. What did I see now? Oh, um, it looked like I've seen this location before in this meditated state. It looked kind of like I don't know, like fake, it looked like a fake world. Um, well, it's hard to explain. Well, what I saw, I saw like a puff, like a like something that was in the shape of a rosebud, made out of cloth. And I think it was made out of a shimmery, yellowish color, yellow golden fabric. It looked like, but you could tell it was like it was a giant one, like a size of as tall as a person and real big. And it was swaying a little bit. It was just the rosebud itself, and it might have been like a little stalk below it, and it was like swaying back and forth. And I was trying to get the detail of the material. It was just like a shimmery, glossy fabric, and there was I guess stuffed with something in it, like almost like imagine someone making a giant pillow in the shape of a rosebud. And that's what it looked like. What I saw. Excuse me. And I know I've seen the ear. It just seemed very familiar. That in this meditative state, I've seen things like a fake. I call it a fake world. It looked like a play world. Uh, a Willy Wonka remind me a little like a semi Willy Wonka world. Really fake. Yeah, there are dimensions out there, and it doesn't look real, like a toy world, And some of it is more exaggerated than others. The one I saw today, it just I don't remember the detail. I just remember that big rose. I didn't see a lot of it, and it was a zoom in vision of it. I was up close to it, and I think I was standing from above it. Yeah, and I think it was daytime. It was lit the area. you know. Oh, and then I saw something else. I think it was the sun. It was a red. If I remember right, it was a very dark red sun. And guess what? Guess what the sun had? It had the letter A across it. Yeah, so it was like a dark red. But I remember, yeah, I think the A. In the occult circles, they have the letter A with the occult. So it's like an A, but then the line going horizontal was all the way through and past both sides of it, you know. And the actual letter A was like a dark color. It could even been like an off black color, very dark. So it was a dark red sun, and then a letter A across the whole entire sun. Yeah, the what I call the occult letter A, and it was standing upward. It wasn't an upside down A. It was right side up, and that's what I saw. That's what I saw today, people. Yeah, um, yeah. This world is really something. I think the veil of the other dimensions are very thin right now, and I feel that's why I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Um, Yeah, I'm just more cautious now about this meditation. 'Cause I don't fully understand what's going on, why I see what I see. And being in Africa, living in Africa, um, things are, just like I have to be careful about just, my physically being here because of the mosquitoes. Everything is very lively here. Okay, Rwanda is in the tropics. It's just below the equator, and things are very, very fertile here. But not only uh, do I believe that the land is very fertile, I believe also the spirits world is very fertile also, if you know what I mean. It's going to be a lot of everything. At least that's what my concern is. And oh, let me pick up my little dog. Come here. You want to come up? Come here. Oh, yeah, my little boy was looking up at me. Okay. Yeah, good. You can still hear me. Yeah, I had to push the computer back a little bit so I could pick up my dog. Um, Yeah, so yeah, I'm very cautious being here in Africa about meditation. I'm being very honest. Yeah, I don't know why people are exiting out the video. It's really some. Excuse me. Wow, sorry, my throat is wow, getting a little congested there. My apology. Yeah, I noticed something with my videos. So when I talk about the visions and things like that, I think it scares people. It scares people, and people don't want to see or they don't want to hear, and people drop out. I thought it'd be the most interesting thing, you know. to find out what people are seeing in the spirit world. What are people looking at? What are people seeing? Yeah, so I'm more cautious now about meditation. I'm not as quick to do the meditation here because this is a new domain and I'm new to the domain and I'm afraid of what I might encounter. Just like I have to be very prudent about physically where I go here um, because I'm not from here. I'm not born and raised here. And people could tell, yes, they're not stupid. People can tell that you're not from a particular, you're not native born. They see how you dress. And even though the people here, excuse me, may wear what you call Western clothes, they wear uh, jeans and a t-shirt, things like that. The guys wear jeans and a t-shirt, or a button-down shirt or something like that. Um, um, but when you being a Western born and wearing your coat, it's you have a different signature, sort of energy signature, and they can spot you right out. Just like in America, you can tell whether someone is a tourist or they're new in the country, but they might live there. It's no different. So that's what's happening, people. Yeah, I'm more sensitive now. I did find a place though, during my walks. I found a meditation place. I didn't call them yet, but I had gotten their telephone number, and I did look them up on the internet, but um, strangely, not a lot of information on their website. So I think I'll contact them, or call them, and find out what they offer. You know, and I think I would like to get I need a teacher. I hate that word. You got to be careful with these teachers. Um, it seems like uh, again, it's just I'm sharing my opinion. Sometimes people take advantage over people's abilities, and I don't want to come across like I'm showing off or whatever. I've been doing this technique of meditation since 2017, and I need to be careful. And I really want to I want to talk to people who may understand what I'm seeing and how to maybe be more in control over what I see, or I want to know where what I'm seeing. I mean, where I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Or I like to be able to see more. Like when I'm seeing something, I don't have the power yet to like turn my head and see different things, get context over what I'm seeing. Most of the things that I see is like a zoom in on something, but I'm not able to like pull back and so I can see a panoramic view of the location or anything. I don't have that ability yet. So that's what I want to find, try to perfect. Um, and again, as above, so below, right? As above, so below. Just like you wouldn't want to go out of a territory, you might go in the wrong territory and you don't belong there, right? So the same thing. I'm new blood here, and the mosquitoes think I'm new. Getting all these bites, as I told you earlier in the live stream, and it's very harassing. But here, I want to respect the domain. I want to respect the domain out there. I want them to know that I want to respect their domain. I'm not here to violate anybody's space, just like I wouldn't want someone to violate my space. Yeah, it's all about respect. And sometimes people's intention could get misinterpreted. So um, if I have a teacher, um, it's like a tour guide. Anything can happen in a tour, people. But if you have someone who's from there, so to speak, a tour guide of the spirit realm, someone who's navigating and is from this domain, because again, I'm physically in a different domain, uh, and I'm new blood, so that's interesting. Yeah, the person that I saw the week ago, he looked familiar, sort of, but around the mouth area. He looked a little familiar, and again, he was an older gentleman, and so I'm wondering, hey, um, am I visiting? Uh, am I visiting people that I know? And again, I don't. It's not like I wake up and say, hey, let me go see such and such. So I'm wondering, with this subconscious mind, how does it determine where it wants to go? That is very interesting. Is anybody familiar with meditating and visiting places? And don't you ever wonder? I think this form of meditation, it's almost um, like when you fall asleep, we may not remember where we go or what we experience during our sleep. And I think it's the same thing. There's something outside of our consciousness that seems to be aware because it's going somewhere. You go somewhere when you go. When you sleep, you are traveling. Your consciousness, your being, your knowing part of you is going somewhere else. And remember, people, back in America, I had that camera, that security camera, and it could record in darkness. And remember all those orbs that I caught on camera in the invisible realm? What are those orbs? What are they? Well, I can only speculate. Part of my speculation is that maybe these are the souls or the spirit, whatever you want to call it, of people who are in the dream world. And maybe in the dream world you are traveling with a convoy of others. I mean, people, remember those videos that I took? Remember, it was like when you look up in the sky and you see the birds and the birds are flocking together. Well, those orbs are flocking together and it's like they're going to a place. So I'm wondering, I can only again speculate, hey, are these the souls of the people who are dreaming and are traveling together? So even these orbs need to travel with others. And then sometimes you just see one or two at a time. So it's interesting, very, very interesting. And I would like a teacher in this. Yeah, I would like a good teacher and an honest teacher uh, who has insight. And again, I feel a little hesitant because I just don't want to get exploited. You know, it's a real concern for me. Um, yeah, I guess also the videos that I've seen online, like there was this person in America, there's this guy who's very advanced in meditating, and excuse me, he used to go. Um, he went to like in Manhattan in New York City. There's a museum. What was that? Museum of Natural History, I think it is. I forget. It could be the Museum of Natural History, and oh no, maybe it's the Museum of Modern Art, where there's a thing called Cleopatra's Needle. It's an actual Egyptian needle with hieroglyphics on it. He likes to meditate around there. And one day, while meditating, he claims that these helicopters, black helicopters, came to the scene, and he had gone home. And again, he started meditating in his house, and the same helicopters came. Um, when it turns out, according to this individual, who I haven't seen that video in ages, this this video I saw made maybe in 20, let's see, it could have been 2016. Yeah, it was a while, quite a while ago, and I think he was on the James Rink. Yeah, I think he was being interviewed also by James Rink. He's a super. He interviews super soldiers and secret space program people. I think he was on it. But he was mentioning that what happens when you uh, do certain meditations, um, and if you go and meditate, you send out a frequency. That's what you send a frequency. And he claimed that the, let me just say, the alphabet people that run the show, that I guess it's like a grid over certain domains. And they know that certain people can, what they call astral project, or do these meditations and stuff, and they can travel, and they're able to spot anyone who gets past a certain region, or maybe location in their astral projection, or conscious projection, whatever, and it sets an alarm because they want to see. You have people who are assigned by alphabet people, you know, people who are employed by these alphabet people, and they have assignments to do that. And anyone else outside of them doing it, it sets off a red flag, and then they send people to investigate who. It's like, okay, as above, so below, whatever how that saying goes. That the astral world and the physical world, they're domains. It's like me physically going into somebody's house, and I'm not authorized to go in there. It could set off an alarm. So the same thing as in the astral world, that when you go in a certain, reach a certain plateau in this astral realm, so to speak, it sets an alarm, and you have people who are dispatched to investigate who's doing this. And so I think with that on the back of my mind, I'm cautious what I do now because of my experiences. And I don't want to do something to violate anybody's space. For me, doing the meditations is really about, like I want to find out my life purpose. Think, of a spiritual nature, that the universe will teach me about who I am, my purpose in life, and that's what I thought this was all about. My meditating. I had no um, no intent about uh, traveling into worlds where people actually exist, So it could be a little intimidating, and I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, I'm just a woman from New York City who having a spiritual awakening that started in late 2014, and been trying to get answers in my life. Um, I feel you're entitled to answers about discovering who you are, why you are, and the secret of the universe. And that's all. So there's responsibility to do so. Yeah, there's responsibility when you are able to do this. Um, yeah, I don't want to be at a place where I'm not supposed to be. Yeah, I've seen things already. I've seen things on the other side, and it just seems like now um, it's more personal. It seems more as time goes on with this meditation that I do. It seems more personal. Like before, I would see like I saw a house, I saw animals. You know, you see trees and all that. You saw um, flooring. You know, so I thought, hey, everything was removed from it. Something like I was detached from it, so I didn't feel threatened. But when you get seen and you realize that you can be seen out in that realm, hey, it's spooky. It could be spooky. Yeah, let me know, people, if any of you meditate and what are your experiences. And do any of you have teachers or know places where people could learn more about meditation and how to do it safely? Um, Not to say that I'm not safe, but I just see that there's a responsibility behind what you're doing. When I first started meditating, I first started meditating in 2014. I think it was April 2014, and it what I was seeing it it happened in stages. I think the very first thing I saw when I meditated, and it was a standard meditation. When you're sitting at a little, sitting on the floor, you got incense and a candle. I was doing all that hype up stuff, Hollywood stuff, and but I got to see something, you know, and there was I saw these waveforms, and the colors were red and green. It was really weird, and it was like moving, like water, like running water. Um, and then I did see a face of somebody, a man's face. But most of what I saw were geometrical shapes. That's how it really started with me. Geometrical shapes, and then it progressed, and I started seeing actual uh, places or people and things like that. It developed over time, you know. Um, but everything seemed removed. You didn't think you were something was seeing you. You seen them. You just saw it as like a screen, you know. But now it seems like the curtain behind the two worlds, this 3D world and the astral world, I think it's getting thinner. And so it was interesting today, my seeing what looked like it was a red sun. It was very, very red, a dark red. And it was a letter A etched in. Yeah, like the occult letter A, you know. And it was right side up. It wasn't upside down. Upside down, that's very occult, very satanic. But this one's an A standing up, and and I think it it was drawn even out. I think outside of the sun. Like it was a big, big A. It could have been bigger than the sun itself. The letter A on it, but it was imprinted on it. I remember. And as we know today, today, well, I am about 7 hours ahead of you guys in New York City. If you're on the East Coast, I'm 7 hours ahead. But in the United States, it's supposed to be a solar eclipse or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, so people who are listening right now, let me know what you see, with this eclipse. I don't think the eclipse is to be here in Rwanda, but let me know what you see regarding this eclipse. Let me know what phenomena happens to you. Okay. I don't know what, yeah, I'm on longer than I thought I was going to be, but I just want to get a lot of things off my chest, share with you what's happening here. Um, yeah, I want to take it easy. I'll probably stay in today also. I have some important things to do also today. I have to I have to be very discreet what I say. I have to send a letter to someone today and some backup information regarding this letter that I have to do. That I have to do today. At least I want to do it today. Um, and so taking a long time doing it. It's over about um, 3 months now since 3 months now since my baby my baby's passing. Yeah, 3 months. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Today's the 8th. It says. I wrote down and said the 7th. It was actually. Oh, my mistake. I wrote down on it that today's the 7th. Today's the 8th. My mistake. Yeah. If I said April 7th, I meant to say April 8th, 2024. Yeah, so does anybody have any questions to ask me regarding anything here? Yeah, before I go. Yes, that's basically it here. My little boy seems like he's getting better. He's gained, I think, all his weight back. Yeah. Have a cold, mosquito bites all over. Yeah, and even though I have like a mosquito net over my bed, um, they're in the bed. I think it's in it. Something is getting me in under my covers, under my clothes. Yeah, I hate it. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Yeah, so I'm sleeping in a different room today. Yep, I stripped off everything that I had on, put on new clothes. Yeah, I showered, put on the new clothes, and in a different room today just to get some sleep. Boy, yeah, being bitten is horrible. I probably just camp out in this room today because I don't need it. Yeah, this computer works in this room, so I'll probably just camp out in this room. I don't want to get any more bites on it because it's itching, itching, itching. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I can think of that I'm thinking about people. Yeah, Mon, I see now over an hour. So I can't think of anything else, and no one has any questions for me. But I appreciate those people who came in early. Yeah, what? So it's about maybe let's see, it's about maybe 10 o'clock your time, right? Eastern Standard Time. About wait, no 10 p.m. your time. Yeah, something like that. Wow. So that's all good. All good. Yeah, so keep me posted what's happening in your woods. Okay. So thank you again. I'm going to end this transmission and hope to keep you posted on future events. Peace, love, and joy. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. I got to drink my water now. I'm going to make me some more tea to stay hydrated. And until next time, take care and enjoy. Bye bye.